Hey guys, I want to talk with you a little bit today about becoming powerful in your in your world, in your realm. Kind of building off of the last talk that I did where we were discussing the where to meet your women, but I want to talk a little bit more and elaborate more on why I see developing this ability to approach any woman, anytime, anywhere, any setting, daylight hours, most importantly, why that just it gives you this like immeasurable power. And it is like one of the most amazing things that you can learn to harness in this world. And this certainly ropes in with an abundance mindset and just an abundance approach to life in general. But we're talking specifically today about your dating and meeting women, and I think that just generally speaking, we're all kind of like born up to think or believe that we exist in this like scarcity almost of women for dating and options and all this kind of stuff. And I don't quite know that I could encapsulate that right now in this moment about why that is, but I think that that's generally most of us in life, right? Like we just don't feel like we have a lot of options with women, and that of course could not be further from the truth. I mean, that is the most ridiculous thing when you stop and think about it. We live on a planet with 7 or 8 billion people now at this point, so that means that there's roughly 4 billion women walking the face of the earth right now. Billion with a B. Okay? There is always another option out there. There is like, almost a, not completely infinite, right? To the true respect of the values. But I mean, 4 billion women. I mean, you couldn't live 100 or 1,000 lifetimes and meet every single one of them. I mean, so for all intents and purposes, like your options are unlimited, right? But for whatever reason, we've all got this like scarcity mindset. We think that there's only a few options, and we tend to cling and do crazy stupid things in pursuit of these women, and it's just ridiculous, right? When you finally wake up and realize like what I'm telling you here, when you embrace this concept, where what I'm talking about, when you develop this ability to approach any woman, anytime, anywhere, any place, like it unlocks the world to you. It unlocks this like immeasurable power that you suddenly don't need to be so concerned with your perceived scarce options that you're trying so hard to progress with, and you're trying so hard to make something out of, to make something materialize. That like once you really understand this and really get your mind wrapped around this, like you will not care that the girl today that's not giving you the time of day, or is not painting a house, not working out, you won't give two shits about that, and you will move on so fast because you you just believe it, and you've seen it, and you proved it to yourself. More importantly than anything, that you can go out and tomorrow you can meet 100 more women if you're driven enough, right? They're out there. They're all there. And the secret and the key is just learning to develop this ability to go out and talk to them and find new options and explore your options. And just, as I said, like once you do a couple things, and I've kind of hit on it, but just to recap it, like once you realize what I'm saying, like number one, that the world is infinitely abundant, right? The 4 billion women, right? That's step number one. And step number two is learning to talk to them, learning to talk to these 4 billion women, and learning to approach them, learning to seize the moment, learning to go after what you want in a tactful, strategic, let's say, but I don't even like the word strategic, just in a genuine manner, right? Like you're just a human being, like seeking to get to know another human being. That's all it is. It's a challenge. It's difficult. It's hard. I'm not saying that it's not. It's something that as I said before, I want to elaborate a little bit more on the nuts and bolts of like how to do it and how to master it, or how to get good at it, let's say. But once you couple those two things together, like that equates to this just immeasurable power that you have as a man, right? And I think like I don't want to like play favorites here. I think women too have the exact same availability to them, but for whatever reason or not, just the nature of who we are as beings, it's typically the males that are approaching the females out in the world. But females have every bit of this same abundance that's present to them. They may or may not act upon that, or they may have a little more difficult time putting into practice like all this stuff that I'm talking about. But like a lot of the talks here, I mean, I am a man. I'm speaking from a male's perspective, and I'm mostly speaking to you guys out there today. This is who that message is for. But I just wanted to communicate and translate that power like into you, and just let you know that you have it, and try to equip you in a manner that you can put it into use in your life. Because as I said, it is like you feel like Superman when you suddenly have this realization, when it finally clicks in your mind, when you've practiced this enough, when you've done it enough, when you've failed enough, that you finally you get it. You know how to do it. This is just this immeasurable power that's almost like it makes you like as giddy as a little kid waking up on Christmas morning, because you're just looking at all the presents that are out there, that you can have anything you want. You really can. It's crazy. But so few males ever wake up to this realization, like ever in their lives. So many males are going to settle for bullshit. So many males are going to waste years of their lives like focusing on like the options that don't want them, right? Something's never going to happen because they're in the scarcity mindset. That I want every single one of you out there to unlock this power, to realize the abundance that's in the world and the power that you have, and the fact that you can do this. You can do exactly what I'm talking about here. This is not something that anybody can't learn to do. But you've got to commit yourself. You got to do some hard work. You're going to have to practice. You're going to have to screw it up. You're going to have to go through a lot. You're going to have to be uncomfortable a lot. But if you can push through that, if you can get your mind wrapped around this stuff, it is amazing. Let me tell you. All right, guys. That's all I got for you today. We'll talk to you real soon.